Bills is a total freak right now. He has mutated into something. Crabpool might be good. He's a good swimmer, sort of. Uma Musume. By the way, somebody said to me that I'm like the only streamer that pronounces Uma Musume correctly. Everybody else, I don't know how the fuck they say it, but if I'm the shining example how to say it right, my goodness, you gotta raise your standards a little bit. NL does it the worst. Who the fuck is NL? Northern Lion. Oh yeah, I know Northern Lion. I interacted with him once, and I I think I've told you the story, but when I interacted with him, it was on the first House Flipper event. We were in the waiting call, or the waiting room, and I'm like, hey, I know you're the Binding of Isaac guy, which I don't know if that's the equivalent of saying to me, hey, you're the granddad guy. Like, yes, I did that. That's me. And then I said, hey, you're the ball guy, right? Other people pronounce it Uma Musume.
Let me tell you all about Uma Musume, all right? I've been on the tracks for some years, and let me tell you something. This game is the real American experience, let me tell you something, okay? These horse girls, let me tell you something, I lost $1 million yen, which is basically an American buck.
So now, someone said, we're not all weebs like you. Yeah, I would say, when it comes to, like, pretending I'm Japanese, I would be the poster child for, that. You know, you can't really go one stream here without, like, a sponsored anime game, you know? And I'm sorry, but when I'm Uma Musume and I got a mortgage to pay, you know, a lot of money goes down the toilet. So, do they call Swedish weebs sweebs? Do you remember the trend, like the MTV Jersey Shore show called, Jersey Shore? And what was the term they used? It was this, like, derogatory term for, like, these Italians or these Italian Americans that had too much tan. Guido. And in Sweden, during that time, there was a parallel subculture. Nobody ever's gonna tell you about this. This is a hidden lore of the world. But at the time, Stockholmers, southern Swedeners, tried to emulate that style, and they applied too much tan themselves, and they call themselves Sweedos. This is a real thing. I'm not making this up. Okay, but let me show you what I mean here. This is the power of the Sweedo. So these were the Sweedos. These guys died. Like, I'm not saying like literally, but they were like faded out of the culture. But this is what they looked like, and they hung around clubs a lot, and they drank a lot of energy drinks, and I think... You know, here's one of my favorites, by the way. I love this look. That's what I'm talking about. But yeah, you got your hair gel, you got all that shit, but here's another example. You know, and we can make fun of these guys. We can make fun of them. We can say like, aha, these guys are losers and all that shit. Let me tell you something. If this was the year 2006 or whatever, these guys were drowning in punani, okay? Compared to us, these guys were like shipping for oxygen in terms of punjo, you know what I mean? That balatro was high, okay? These guys were kings of MySpace. What the fuck were you doing in MySpace 2006, huh? But yeah, those are the Sweedos, and I wonder where these kids are today. And don't say dead, because I guarantee you this, they're probably like dentists or something. Or might I say, maybe they're running a tanning salon. But I've heard that tanning salons are really bad for you, by the way. I've heard that they legitimately gives you like really spicy cancer. Like it's terrible for you. Joel, this is Kangaroo Girls? Why am I Googling this? What the fuck? What the hell? What the hell is this? What? What? Wait, what? Oh my god! What? Dude, I just learned about culture, man. We had these guys. Dude, Japan was fucking doing this on the side. Dude, and everybody just like eat fucking lead or something, and then one day they're like, you know what would be great? Too much tan, okay? Joel found out about Gyaros. No way. So, what? Explain to me what this is. Actually, fuck your explanation, because you guys can't explain for shit. Most of the times you guys say, like, it's virus. Okay, fuck that. I'm gonna look up on Wikipedia. Guys say, ganguru is an alternative fashion trend among young Japanese women, which peaked in popularity around the year 2000! See, the ganguru trend started in the mid-90s and it reached its peak by later half of the decade. It purposely became almost obsolete by 2000 when a bihoku craze emerged a young woman who wanted to imitate the look of their favorite popular singers, specifically Ayumi Hamasaki. By the way, I'm not trying to gaslight you, I just like to read foreign words with a Swedish inflection. I know it's not Ayumu Hamasaki, it sounds like Yamasaki, which is like a bike here. Kawasaki, I don't know shit about vehicles. They're like, yeah, I'm gonna get Kawasaki on the Blocket, you know, 5,000 kronor. It is really not that expensive, so I will not be fucked up the cornhole by inflation. When debuted at the time, the ganguro trend faded outwards, although its influence can be observed in the Yamamba style. I never knew about this, but this is pretty mind-blowing, because, you know, here I am, I felt that I, like knew about these, like, super tans, but Japan was doing it, like, in secret, you know. I'm very sad to say that I don't know what ganguro means, but it should have been called Yamada style, you know what I mean? Actually, this guy right here, he perfected Yamada style, okay? This guy, he won. He looks like a fucking wax corpse, you know what I mean? You know what he looks like? He looks like, I don't know if you guys can see it, but it kind of looks like James Woods if he died and got deep fried. Wait, let me see. Ladies and gentlemen. That looks like Jonas Bidén and SpongeBob had, like, hypersex and made a egg, and out came this crawling slug. I mean... Actually, you know, when you combine James Woods with the Sweedo, you know what you fucking get? Skinner.
Good time was had by all. I'm pooped.
What is this bit? This sucks ass! But wait. Ladies and gentlemen, this is peak stream, okay? A lot of people say this is dog shit, and I say no. I think this is very good. Sometimes it's not very good, but sometimes, you know, you sit a certain je ne sais quoi of garbage, okay? But who am I to judge? Who am I to judge? Because, ladies and gentlemen, I think I need a quick break, because that loss that I just had on my Sonic Adventure 2 thing crippled my brain. So I'm gonna have to go a quick BRB, and we will be back with more stuff.